What is up, my love? Thank you so much for tuning back into another video. I hope you're having an amazing Thursday so far, and have had an amazing week so far, and that the trend continues on into a beautiful weekend. But without further ado, let's head into today's topic. So today I want to talk about do what's right for you. Not for me, not for your friend, your family member, or that person over there, for you. For me personally, I feel like I have to have a council of people that I know in order to make a good decision for myself. And I sometimes feel guilty or ashamed of making a good decision for myself. I feel like I need to be thinking about other people, about how they're gonna feel or what they're gonna think or what they're gonna say, instead of really counseling myself and thinking about how I'm gonna feel or think or say about something. For example, recently I just switched jobs, and it was a really uncomfortable decision for me to make because I felt like I needed to stay with the job that I had, even though I wasn't really happy there. The benefits weren't as great. The job that I was going to move to had higher pay. There were a lot of factors and a lot of reasons why I wanted to switch jobs, and yet I still felt like I needed to stay with the job that I had no matter what. But after talking to my boyfriend a little bit, he made me realize that it is okay for me to do what's right for me. Even if it may put someone else in an uncomfortable position, or it may not be ideal for them, as long as I'm taking care of myself and going about things in the correct order and the correct way, then it is more than okay for me to take care of myself in that way. And honestly, I'm still feeling kind of weird about it because I'm not used to taking care of myself like that. I'm used to putting others first and making sure that they're taken care of. But I've really been getting on board lately with the fact that I can take care of myself first. And if I only took care of myself and didn't really worry about what other people were doing, then that would be fine as well. I just think growing up, I was just so used to being in that caretaking role that I haven't really shaken it off, and it's just kind of part of my nature now, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it becomes a bad thing when I put myself on the back burner. And so that was kind of a big example, but finding ways to do what's right for you in a smaller way. So that was kind of a bigger example, but there are also smaller examples of doing what's right for you in the moment. Maybe that means staying home instead of going out with your friends to a party or to a movie or to whatever social event because you're really tired and you really haven't gotten a lot of sleep and you just need a you night. Totally fine. Maybe it means being honest with someone about something that you really don't want to tell them because you think that would hurt their feelings, but you really need to get it off of your chest because it would make you feel a lot better and a lot more authentic. Totally cool. Or maybe it's something as simple as letting your partner or your housemate know what you want to eat for dinner because you really want to voice out your opinions and your thoughts instead of hiding them all the time like you usually do. More than okay. So there are some examples, both big and small, of ways that you can do what's right for you, even if it may put somebody else in an uncomfortable position. And I don't know if there are any other empaths or people pleasers out there who struggle with the same things that I struggle with, but we really gotta learn that it's okay to take care of ourselves and put ourselves first. That we don't always need to consider somebody else before doing something. That it is not selfish to think this way. That just because we are putting ourselves first, it doesn't mean that we don't care about the other person. So there's some rewiring here that needs to occur. There's a shift in mindset in the way that we interact with ourselves and the way that we stand up for ourselves when it comes to interacting with other people. And there's an acceptance that we have our own needs, and the only person who can actually stand up for those needs is us. At the end of the day, the harsh reality is that everyone is always doing what is best for them. And I think where some of the resentment comes, at least for myself, I will not speak for you, where some of the resentment comes from is the fact that I know that I am putting myself second to cater to somebody else when I know that other person is not doing the same thing. So then I get upset. But if I were to constantly put myself first and assume that the other person was constantly putting themselves first, then there wouldn't be any resentment building up towards that person because we both understand that it is more than okay to stand up for ourselves and put ourselves first. And I hope one day that it becomes a universal understanding that we are the main priority in our own lives. And while we care about other people and we want them to be a part of our lives and they are important to us, that they're not the top priority. They're not at the top of the list. That spot is reserved for ourselves. And even saying this out loud right now to you, I like 75% believe that. I'm still working on getting to 100%. Sometimes I struggle with it because I really care for others and I want them to be happy and to make sure that their needs are met. But then I realize that the same amount of energy and input that I'm giving to somebody else, I should be giving back to myself. That I cannot give to others if my own cup is not full by me. That it is everyone's own responsibility to care for themselves, and it is not my job to make somebody else happy. And in fact, I can't, because we are in charge of our own mental health and mental wellness. And while we think that sometimes somebody else can control that, we're kind of wrong. Only we are in charge of our mind, our heart, our emotions. And the sooner that we all realize that, the better. So I hope this gave you something to think about today. I hope that you take it upon yourself to do what's right for you in either big or small ways on a daily basis. Like everything I talk about, it is a practice. It's not something that's a one and done. You gotta keep working at it for it to get any easier. And trust me, it's gonna be hard, especially if you're not used to putting yourself first or doing what's right for you or thinking about yourself as a top priority. It's gonna be uncomfortable. But as you know, I never talk about things that are comfortable. All of the things that I discuss are uncomfortable things that cause you to grow. And I'm here for it, and I hope you are too. So I hope you have a good rest of your Thursday and a good rest of your weekend. And until next time, bye.